how's it going? And welcome to this discussion about the first 2 episodes of the new Obi-Wan series that just premiered on Disney. And I look appropriately disheveled, I think, because Obi-Wan looked pretty disheveled in the show. Before we get into things, as you probably know, this is going to be a very spoiler-filled review, so to speak. It's going to be a discussion here with my lovely girlfriend, Rebecca, and our special guest, Adam Driver!
Woo! Adam!
He took so much time out of his busy schedule to come talk with us today, and, you know, buddy, we can't thank you enough. He's
Classic Adam, you know.
Man, we're so happy to have you. Anyway, he's probably going to be quiet for the rest. He's kind of shy.
He's kind of shy.
But
the camera also makes him look a little smaller, but
a little bit, just a tad.
It's just because of the camera.
Yeah, he's perfectly. Don't worry about it. But yeah, there's gonna be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen Obi-Wan and you do want to go ahead and watch that, I highly recommend you pause this video right now. Subscribe if you're not already. That way you can find this channel easier and come back to it after you watch the series. It's only 2 episodes right now, but depending on when you watch it, it might be more because they do release. I hope they're gonna release more. It'd be a really weird ending. But yeah, from here on out, spoilers. Let's talk about it. Because we didn't talk much at all.
We didn't say anything about it.
They have this at the very beginning. It's not a big deal, but like the skip intro thing, I didn't think we needed to hit that, but like, it was literally just like a trailer for the first, or not the first 3 movies, but the prequels. And I don't know why that's necessary.
I personally didn't mind it, just because I haven't seen some of the prequels in a while. Like, I haven't seen them in a while, so I just was like, okay, it's a nice refresher. But yeah, seeing like Jar Jar and stuff, I'm like, we don't have to remember that. We're fine.
You don't need to include
We don't need to remember that. Like, they could have cut him out entirely, and we would have been.
Yeah, I was kind of worried actually in the first maybe 10 or so minutes of the first episode, because I don't think the first 10 minutes were all that good. I don't know how you felt, but the guy they got to play the villain was okay. He was pretty intimidating, but the scene in the cantina, I don't know, there was just something that had a weird energy about it. I don't mean to be mean, but I feel like he was the only good actor in that scene.
I don't know if he was the only good actor, but I feel like he was definitely the most intimidating, I felt like, and I was, that's like the only thing I said before, was like, I felt like he was the most intimidating, but it might have been the makeup.
It could be, but I think there's
but he was pretty intimidating.
Yeah, there's more to that than just the makeup. I feel like if you can put on the makeup, but if you don't act good, it's not gonna matter that you have makeup on. But yeah, like the guy there who's supposed to be the Jedi, I don't know, he wasn't very believable. Which I understand, you gotta be super excited to be playing a Jedi in Star Wars, even if it's just a small role like he had. But then the girl that they have there, who's also the villain, she could be a good actor. I don't think I've seen her anywhere else. I don't recognize her.
I think so.
And it didn't seem to me like she was a bad actor, but I kind of agree that she's not that intimidating as a villain. But this is maybe getting into something a little too early. I kind of hope that it's kind of like a Kylo Ren situation again. Because I know that I had similar feelings.
You would know about that.
Yeah. I had similar feelings about Kylo when the Force Awakens came out. I was like, oh, he's not as intimidating as I thought. But I'm also worried that they're kind of relying a little bit too much on that because, again, spoilers, please go watch the show if you don't want to be spoiled. We're probably going to be talking about things out of order. Because she ends up killing that guy at the end. It felt very much like The Force Awakens, because, Kylo had a very similar moment where, you realize, oh, he's the villain. He's not very intimidating. But then by the end of the movie, he kills somebody you expect to be, or I guess in this Last Jedi, he kills his master, so it's not this exact same thing. But essentially, he ends up killing his master, and that's kind of, what cements him as, he is a force to be reckoned with. He is intimidating. And I think that they wanted that same energy with her. I will say that they did a good job keeping all of this under wraps. I was completely under the impression that he was going to be the main villain of the entire series. So
right, but I feel like that I was a little bit disappointed when I saw he wasn't, because I thought he was much more intimidating.
Yeah,
and it's not that I don't know their names, but it's not that the lady who is the bad person was a bad actress or anything, but she wasn't as intimidating.
Yeah, I agree. It is fantastic to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan, though. Like he's doing a really good job. Yay.
I don't know where his lightsaber went, but
oh, he buried it in the desert.
Right.
I think it was good that they didn't have him like jump right back into being a Jedi, because that wouldn't make sense. And of course, I would like grumpy old Obi-Wan Kenobi because I'm a huge fan of grumpy old man Luke from Last Jedi. Maybe it's just a trope that I like, but they're just two different, their characters initially were very like positive people, and so seeing them in this defeated state, I think, is what makes it super interesting. And I'm actually curious. I wonder how many people are going to have the same criticisms of him in this as they do about Luke.
Well, I was going to say that I feel like that was the part that made me a little bit worried. I was like, okay, how long is this going to go on for? Because I didn't want to see the same thing that happened with Luke. I was like, okay, well, I was fine with it, but I've already seen that. So I was like, okay, we should probably move along now. But I think it did a decent job. It moved along well enough, but it made me worried there for a second. Like the opening made you worried.
Yeah. And I guess it kind of goes into the writing, which is like, it's written okay. I didn't end up watching, for those who are unaware, which is basically everybody, I didn't end up finishing watching The Mandalorian, which we maybe should do, because it wasn't a bad show.
It wasn't bad. I think just other stuff got in the way.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say it's any better or worse writing than The Mandalorian. It's not bad. But there are definitely moments that aren't great.
There are moments, but it wasn't like a gut reaction like I had to Rogue One or Solo, where I was just immediately like,
yeah,
no, I hate this.
Yeah.
So
there was one moment in particular that I was actually hoping they went a little harder on, which is killing the nameless Jedi who appeared at the beginning, because seeing his body hanging there, like as a shot pans up, that was a really powerful shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show him and he's just like hanging there, and I'm just like, that kind of robbed it a little bit, because
but I was also kind of like, they're not gonna
they're
not gonna do that, are they? And then when I saw it, I was like, I mean, they kind of, but not quite. It's more Disney friendly.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I know it's TV-14, but as an argument, I don't know how Pirates of the Caribbean would translate.
Oh, who knows?
To TV ratings, but like they had hanged people in Pirates. So I don't know
that they couldn't have done it, but it was definitely deliberate.
Star Wars.
It seemed like a very deliberate choice not to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely of the people who wish they'd went like balls to the wall with that. It would have been like, I would have been like blown away if they had shown an actual person hanging from their neck right there.
I mean,
but
Anakin killed children.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he did do that.
He did do that.
We didn't say anything when we saw that guy, but when Leia's little toy robot got smashed, and not even smashed that bad, we were both like, oh my god!
I was gonna say, I guess, like, there was tension for me when, like, Leia was captured, or, like, while she was captured, because, like, we know she lives, but it's like, okay, but what's gonna happen to her? And the fact that they crushed her little droid, I was like, oh no! Like, this is, even if, especially because she's a kid, like, even if a kid were to go to survive something like that, it would be very, like, traumatic, and I would wonder what would happen there. But then, alternatively, at the end of the second episode, was that in the second episode where they were, like, running on the roofs and stuff?
Yeah.
When I literally was about to call it, and then I was like, no, I'll wait, because I don't know if you were gonna get it, but I think you did anyways.
Yeah.
Where, she, like, tries to make a jump, and then doesn't, and then starts to fall, and then that's the moment that Obi-Wan uses the Force to save her. And I was about to say that, and I was like, no, I'll wait. But it's exactly what happened. It was pretty obvious that was going to happen. But there wasn't any tension, because I was able to guess what was going to happen. And I think you did you too? Like, also, I
thought either that was going to happen, or she was going to jump across to a roof that was too far, and he was going to be like, and just kind of like float her gently across to the next roof that's safe. Yeah,
so I was just like, okay. I mean, if they wanted to do that where he saved her with the Force, I think that would be cool, but like it was too obvious. I don't know. I feel like it was too obvious.
Yeah, and that planet that they were on was really cool.
It
Again,
was really cool. I liked it.
another contrived plot point was I don't know if maybe I just missed something and you can inform me if I did, but him choosing to follow that guy into the meth lab and then just so happening to find Leia there. I don't know if there was a bit of dialogue that maybe I missed that led him to do that, but like he seemed pretty confident that Leia was there, and I don't know how he knew that.
I think the guy, I don't know the actor's name, but I recognize him. The guy who was doing the fake Jedi thing.
Yeah.
I thought he said something that led him there.
Okay, yeah, maybe in editing I can plug that.
All right, if it's the sewers you want, there's only one place to go. But you'll never get in.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it was like, oh, but you're never gonna get in there, and then he just does. Like, effortlessly. I said he hitmaned his way in, because he just, like, dressed up as one of the people and then got in. And then when he got somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, and they're like, hey, man, you're not supposed to be here, he just started playing the way I play Hitman and just beating the shit out of people. And everything's fine for him. Mm-hmm. He didn't get caught like I do.
Yeah, and that was and that was cool. I think that they're making a very deliberate choice to not show him using the Force too much or use his lightsaber, both for in lore reasons, like he doesn't want to get caught, but also he's, it makes lightsaber fights more special.
Yeah, and I was disappointed. I felt like, maybe I shouldn't say this.
What?
I'm gonna say I felt like I got blue balls because I was going lightsaber battle when it was the villain lady, and then she was going after Obi-Wan. I was like, oh, here we go, and then it wasn't. Mm-hmm. I was like, boo.
Yeah, it does set things up though, and they showed Darth Vader at the end in a tube.
I really liked that. It was really cool.
Yeah. I am very excited. I legit can't wait to see what Hayden Christensen does now that he's not being directed by George Lucas, because it definitely seems like this director is better. I think more actors hit more things. Again, there's still some problems, but I don't know whether that's the director's fault, actor's fault, writer's fault, combination of the three. The kid dialogue is definitely more miss than hit.
I think I have less of a problem with her dialogue than you do, but I still don't have none of a problem. Because you're saying it like, oh, it just definitely doesn't sound like something a kid would say, which is like, okay. I'm like, okay, well, they're trying to make her sound smart for her age, and then they also acknowledge that, and what was your response to that? You were basically like, okay, writers, just because you acknowledge it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot, yeah.
But I'm like, I knew that was what they were trying to do, is trying to make her like really smart, but I still think there's a way to make a kid really smart with also still sounding like a kid.
Yeah. And the actor they got for Leia, I think she does a really good job.
She's adorable.
She is really cute.
And I really like her.
Yeah, I think she's definitely the highlight of the two episodes. And her, especially the guy who plays her father, General Organa, I don't know if he's a general or Senator Organa, probably. He's fantastic, and I would legit think that was his daughter, the way he was talking with her and interacting with her, and just, like, the way they played off each other. I think they're very comfortable, and the scene where they had, they were talking to each other on the balcony about, oh, I'm not even your real daughter. Like, that was a really good scene, I think. One of the better ones. And the fact that he let her go play and then was like, oh, I can't talk her out of playing. And meanwhile, his wife's like, you fucking just let her go play because you like her. But I guess it gets into I think they were rushed when making these episodes. I think they wanted to include 3 episodes worth of content in 2 episodes. Because there was a lot that felt cut, especially in the second episode. I feel like there should have been more time between him letting her go play and her getting chased. Because they go from, okay, go play, to, we gotta find her, immediately. Which, just real quick, I don't know if you thought, that was a really funny chase scene, because you could tell that the actors were trying really hard not to fall or hurt, fall on her or hurt this little girl that they're chasing. And it felt like they weren't actually trying to catch her. Probably because they weren't. But back to getting, scenes cut. There's one very clear cut where after Obi-Wan saves her from getting splat on the ground, he's in the middle of a laser fight on the rooftops with the villain lady chasing towards him. And by the way, they show a shot, I can probably put it in, where she's literally maybe like 3 or 4 rooftops away. So she should get over there in maybe like, I don't know, 1 minute max, given how, they showed her jumping around. Well, he saves Leia from falling. And in the middle of this like gun battle, he teleports to the streets.
Yeah, I mean, I was obviously joking, but I was just like, he's just real fast. He just works fast, man. He's just going. But yeah, it was weird. It felt like something was either cut or like moved around, or probably cut and moved around.
Because they completely forget the battle. Like 2 out of the 3 people, or 3 out of the 4, however many were fighting, just stop. You don't see them again. And then they continue showing the lady running across the rooftops and sliding down a pole after they're long gone. And I'm just like...
She's been running for a while.
Yeah, she's been running for so
Obi-Wan
long.
got out of there so quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who made those decisions or why those decisions were made. Maybe they didn't have that much time left in these episodes. Maybe they had a strict time limit. But I don't know if that's the case, because the first episode was like 55 minutes and that one was like 41 minutes something. Or so.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It might have been on the writing decisions too, because it might have only been greenlit like so many episodes, like 8 or 9. And they're like, shit, well, we can't use 3 episodes to premiere this thing. We'll just kind of combine them around, write in a couple extra scenes, and then cut what we need. Maybe. I'm trying to think. There's probably more.
There's probably more we could talk about, but I don't remember anything off the top of my head that was really, like, standing out to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, there's probably a bunch of stuff that I could nitpick. But, that said, I guess just wrapping up the general thoughts about the show, I'm definitely going to keep watching it. I'm going to look up to see when the episodes are released, and honestly, I know they say it's a limited series. I hope it's not. I hope it's maybe like 2-3 seasons. Don't need a lot, but I would love to see this show return for maybe 2 more years, and just get like a good chunk of Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan, out of the Star Wars universe. And I hope that honestly this show releasing kickstarts more Star Wars stuff coming out. I think they have something.
I hope it kickstarts more good Star Wars stuff coming
out.
Yeah.
I want the movies to come back. I know Rian Johnson was... You guys won't fucking agree with me, and I don't care. I want the Rian Johnson Star Wars movie trilogy. I don't care. I don't care that it's not likely. I don't care if you guys hate The Last Jedi. I want it, okay? Leave your opinions in the comments. I will deal with you all later.
What does Adam think? We need like a tiny mic.
He's done with Star Wars. He's been in 3 movies.
Yeah, I get it. He's probably tired of it.
Probably. Yeah, I hope this gets the Star Wars machine back and going, because good stuff can't come out of it. If it goes on forever like Disney wants it to, bad stuff will come out, but I just want that to be balanced out with good stuff. Like The Force. Balanced out with the good and the bad. Yeah, bringing those themes around.
But overall, I liked it.
Yeah, it's promising. If you, I guess for expectations, if you go in thinking that it's going to be a fantastic show, like the best show you've ever seen,
blow you away. It's going to blow your mind.
It's not. It's if you go into it expecting a decent show, probably on the same or similar level to Mandalorian, or Book of Boba Fett. I've heard okay things about that too.
I was just going to say, and it's only the first 2 episodes, so we have no idea what's going to happen next.
Exactly.
It could build up to something amazing, or it could take a nosedive. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it doesn't.
I'm hoping it doesn't take a nosedive.
I'm really, because again,
so far so good though.
The thing I mentioned before, like they kept a tight wrap on what happens in the series, because they've owned the trailer that they put out. I don't know how many trailers they put out. I've only seen the first one, but it's only shown stuff from these 2 premiere episodes, meaning that I have no fucking clue what's going to happen from here on out, and I like that. I don't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. So hopeful.
I think so. Your Porg has been like staring me down this whole time.
So he has. Yeah. I don't even know if you can see it on this camera.
I don't know if you can. He's very big compared to Obi-Wan Kenobi. If Obi-Wan had to face this Porg, who would win? Without his lightsaber, you have to take him on with his bare hands.
And I think, is he bobblehead? He is a bobblehead Porg, too.
Porg.
Not very bobbly, but some. All right, well, thank you so much for listening to us discuss.
He fell.
Thank you so much for listening to us discuss our thoughts on the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show. You can let me know in the description down below. You can't
You can't do that.
No, you can't type the description. You can let me know in the comments whether you want to see a full review of the series once the whole thing's finished. I don't think I want to do something like this for every episode that releases. But yeah, let me know if you want a full series review. I will definitely consider it. It's Star Wars is something I like talking about. And if you want to hear me rant in an old video about my distaste for people who didn't like Rise of Skywalker for bad reasons, you know, the reasons that I don't dislike the movie for, that's sarcasm, clearly. I do still think that the reason I was talking about and that was bad reason. But you can go watch that.
You'll figure it out. It's a mystery. You'll figure out.
That'll be in the description. You can go watch it. And I do have a video coming out, hopefully within the next month or so. I'm saying a month, even though I think it's going to be a week or two, just to give myself some wiggle room about some really bad mobile games that I ended up playing. So, yeah, subscribe for that if you aren't already. Go follow Rebecca on TikTok.
I do stuff completely unrelated to this. I do makeup.
You guys, as you
and
can
other
see, she's very
things,
good at
but
it.
a lot of makeup.
And she's very good at it.
Bah.
All right, and I hope you guys are having an amazing night, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. On the toilet. Hope your shit's good.
Gee, sure. Yeah, I second that.
And I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, no, we didn't let Adam say bye. Hang on, I am still recording.
Do you want to get a close-up on him?
Yeah. All right, we're taking this to close-up. Adam, do you have anything you want to say?
We really connected today.